Hi everyone and welcome back to Gilded Guidance. Today we are going to have a general reading about your current situation. So let me introduce your piles to you. You have the Laguz Rune pile. Then we have the Naudis Rune pile. And the last one is the Manas Rune pile. So please pick the pile that you are most drawn to. And then let's get started. Hi my dear Laguz Rune pile. If you felt drawn to this pile, and this is going to be your reading. And actually this is a pretty interesting pile today because Spirit was adamant about choosing different oracle cards for this pile than for the other two piles. So I'm curious about your pile and your reading today. So let's see. Basically, let's start with your rune. This pretty Laguz rune here, maybe you can't see it, okay. And this is all about the flow of energy, life energies, to be specific. Just the flow of things, how they are going all around. It's about renewal, growth. So let's see your tarot cards next. What is renewing in your life? Because something is surely renewing right now. And yeah, so you got the tea leaf cards while others get a different oracle. And I'm pretty curious to get there. Okay, so let's see your tarot cards. You get the midday sun, which is in this specific pile, it's also an extra arcana card. And this is when the sun is at the highest point. So this is basically there are, I think, 3 more suns in this deck. Yeah, I think so, it's 3 more, but yeah. And this is the highest one, so from the 4 suns, this is the best one for you. Okay, pretty interesting that so many specifications in your pile. And you got the 10 of Pentacles with abundance and prosperity. Okay, and you have the 6 of Pentacles. Okay, I see what this is about. Nice. So what I'm seeing for you is that you are pretty well off as you are right now. Things are going more than fine in your life. You have great success and you are sitting in great abundance. If it's your business, if it's your career, if it's something else that you are doing right now, you are earning great money with it. And you are accumulating great wealth for yourself, or you already did, and you are sitting kind of on your throne, right? With the midday sun, I feel that what I'm seeing is that it's not just about your money, your wealth situation. You are pretty well off in other territories of your life as well. But this reading is mostly about your wealth and your abundance because you have 2 pentacle cards next to each other. And one of them is saying that you are at the top right now, as high mostly as you can get. So maybe your business is flying right now, or you just reached the top of your career, you're taking home a very fat paycheck every month. And what Spirit is saying that you can give to others, and at this point the 6 of Pentacles is pretty connected with your Laguz rune here, because the 6 of Pentacles is about giving and receiving, or giving or receiving, and the Laguz rune is all about the flow and renewal of energy. So what I'm seeing for you is that Spirit is urging you to give more, to receive more. Basically, this is what they are saying, that if you are giving more from your own wealth, you will receive back even more than what you gave. This is how your energy is renewing itself. And you don't need to worry about losing it, even if you give it away, because you have the 10 of Pentacles and the midday sun, so loss is not actually in the cards for you. but you can accumulate even more if you give away more. This is how you renew energy. This is all about manifestation, that, or the law of attraction, that if you give, you get, okay? And right now you need to give more away, that you have so much, and you will get back even more. This is what I'm seeing for you right now, dear pile number 1. Okay, let's see your next cards. Let's see the hashtag cards, and we will leave the tea leaves for the end. I'm so curious. Okay, so you have the Exorcist. With light attribute of freeing yourself and others of destructive impulses, or the shadow attribute of fear of facing your own demons. I'm instantly pulled toward the shadow attribute, and I see, yeah. So what I'm seeing is that you have a fear of losing. This is what your main demon, that you are not giving because you have this fear probably inside you that you are going to lose everything. You might come from a background where you have been poor, maybe your background is not as wealthy as you are right now, and you have seen bad patterns before, people losing all they had, or you just grew up in not under the best circumstances, and right now you have this fear of losing everything that you have, and that's why you are so reluctant to give to other people. Maybe to donate or invest in riskier situations. It can be any of them. Or just invest, we help a friend out, or something like on this line. You will know. And maybe because of this, you have this fear that you can lose everything. And this is what Spirit is reminding you, that first, you are not in a losing position in any kind of way right now. And again, like the law of attraction, the more you give, the more you get. So you have to kind of fight your own demons, your own fears. And you have the Virgin with light attribute of maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit, or the shadow attribute of fear and intimate union. In this case, what I'm drawn to is about heart and spirit, purity of heart and spirit. You need to give from your heart. See, you need to give more from your heart, and then it will return to you. You will get it back. With the Six of Pentacles and the Lagus rune, you are getting it back. Okay, let's see your last cards. You got the Casket with someone going out of your life or the end of a situation. This is all about your fears. This is all about that you need to let go of your fears of being poor again, or just becoming poor. Maybe you have never been poor, I'm not saying that. But you need to let go of this fear right now, because this is what's limiting you. And based on, as I said, the law of attraction, the more you give, the more you will receive back. So you are just actually becoming more wealthy. You have validity, personal strength, and peace that assure success. I think this is speaking for itself. Okay. Short journey. Again, this is about the renewal and the return of your investments, that you are getting them back pretty fast. There's nothing you need to worry about. This is what the Valley was saying, that peace, you need to be in peace, that you are already succeeding in so many territories of your life. You don't need to be anxious about these things. You don't need fear. You have the wealth. Okay. Now I understand why we got this different deck. They really want to remind you that you are well off. You are well off. And you got flowers with happiness. Very nice ending for this reading. So you actually got 2 cards about happiness, because again, the Sun card is the best card in tarot. It's talking about joy, happiness, fulfillment. And you got again happiness 2 times, and you got 2 wealth cards with the 10 of Pentacles and the wealth itself. So you have nothing to worry about, dear pile number 1. You're on the right path. And you just need to face your own demons and finally kinda admit for yourself that you are high enough. You are so high, and maybe you don't feel your achievements yet because of this fear. You're always trying to get higher because you are too scared of losing. And maybe because of this you are getting this peace card that you need to calm a bit down because you are pretty high right now. I mean, with your status and your wealth. And there's nothing you need to worry about. Okay, dear pile number 1. This is all I have for you today. Thank you for watching, and until next time, bye bye. Hi, pile number 2, or the pile of the Now This Rune. Sorry, welcome to your reading. Okay, so let's see. Now this rune is actually interesting that you picked this one. I mean, if you felt drawn to this one, because this is all about delays, resistance, conflicts, confusions, and of course the will to overcome them. So let's see what this is all about for you. Which one will be the case in your situation? Okay. You have the Knight of Pentacles. You have a goal and you are moving toward it. Now, the Knight of Pentacles is not a fast knight, but still steadily going ahead toward his goal. You have the Chariot and the Queen of Swords. Okay, so a couple of things. One of the first thing I'm going to mention to you is that we have the moon here and there also. So the moon is all about illusions. And I also am pretty drawn to this caution roadblock ahead. I'm not sure if you can see it well, but it's there. So the Now This Rune in this case is connected to the Chariot, and now I see why you are getting this. So your delay, your knight is not the fastest, that's okay, but you're still going toward your goal. You're moving steadily toward your own goal. And you have these obstacles in front of you and these blocks that you think that they are blocking you. And this is connected to the Now This Rune with the delays, because probably you're feeling that you are not getting ahead as fast as you would like, and that's why you are getting this. But Now This Rune also bringing you the will to overcome them, so your situation is actually not lost. And then we have the Queen of Swords. Now the Queen of Swords is bringing clarity, and she's also saying that these these blocks that are in your head are just in your head. These are not real obstacles. These are just something that you are putting yourself in this situation, that you are blocking yourself from moving ahead faster. This is why you got the delays. It's kind of like you are in your own way and you can't move forward. You are creating your own roadblocks, dear pile number 2. Okay, so let's see what else we have. You got the Beggar. Confronts empowerment at the level of physical survival, awakens the spiritual authority of humanity, compassion and self-esteem. What is drawing my attention is this girl who is closing her eyes, and she looks stressed and anxious, and she can't even look anymore. She's all in her head. She's not even seeing anything outside. And I think this is what your card is all about. It's about you having these blocks in your head right now and you're not seeing clearly, and that's why you got the Queen of Swords, because this is your advice right now from Spirit, that you need to open your eyes. You need to open your eyes and see your situation more clearly. Let's see the next one. You got another Knight. Interesting that you got a second Knight. Again, you need to be in movement. Because usually when I'm drawing, I'm always drawing two of these archetype cards to be the from and to where you are going. And right now you are closing your eyes and you're not seeing where you are going. And then you have the Knight who is again in movement. Okay. Let's see. The light attributes say loyalty, romance, and chivalry, love of honor, or allegiance to destructive principle romantic delusions. I'm still just about the photo here today, right now with you, dear pile number 2. I think you need to be more goal-oriented right now and defeating these blocks in your head. So let's see why you have these blocks or what this is about. Which blocks you have? Again, you got the Mirror. You are your own enemy right now, dear pile number 2. With the Mirror card and with the Queen of Swords, this is all about you being in your own way, being in the way of your goals. Maybe you are overthinking a situation, or maybe you are too hesitant to actually commit to your goal. Maybe you are just too lazy to move toward them, and that's why it's in delays. It can be any of them. But it's definitely what Spirit is saying is that you need to move out of your own way if you actually want to achieve it. And other than the roadblocks, the Chariot is again a very goal-oriented card. He's going steadily toward his goal. But right now, this caution roadblock ahead is really drawing my attention. So I feel that this is all about that for you right now. Okay, you have the Octopus. Yeah, okay, now I see. So you have, this is pretty big change from the Octopus to the Stump. So what Spirit is saying to you right now, and now I see where you are making the blocks for yourself. You are in too many things. Your attention is not focused on anything right now, and Spirit is saying that this needs to end. You are in too many places at the same time. You can't really pay attention to the main goal if you are always thinking about this and that, and you are doing everything with a different arm. Okay? And you have the Mushroom. You see again a big difference with the Stump and the Mushroom, where the Stump is about an ending, an end of a situation, end of something. And in this case of you trying to do everything yourself or trying to do too many things at the same time, this has to end. And then your one goal, your main goal, is going to grow like a mushroom. It's all about growth here. And you got the Cat. So I see what Cat is all about: independence. The mushroom is all about growth. And maybe you have a business idea which will grow on its own when you focus on it. That it's very potentially it can grow on its own, and it won't even need you later. So this can be a side hustle where you are generating like passive income for yourself. Maybe you are having an idea like this, how to do it, but you are just in too many places, and with the Mirror and the Queen of Swords, you're definitely making maybe too complicated in your head, or you haven't started it yet, or you are having a great plan but you are just too scared to start it actually. But definitely you are too much in your head. and you need to move out of it. And this is what this rune was telling you, that you will need to have the will to overcome your own blocks, your own delays. Okay, dear pile number 2. So your main message is to get out of your own way and focus on your main goal, and then it will grow on its own. Okay, dear pile number 2, this is all I'm seeing for you today. Thank you for watching, and until next time, bye bye. Hi, my dear pile number 3, or my Manas pile. This is the Manas rune again from closer. So the Manas rune itself, yeah, it's about the self and how is our relationship with others, the attitude toward others, and basically their attitudes toward you. This can be about friends, enemies, your family, whoever it is. So it's something about you and your connection with others, with the Manas rune. Let's see your tarot cards next, and we will figure out this together. So, okay, so you have the 9 of Wands right with the Manas rune. Interesting. You are carrying too much with the 9 of Wands, and with the Manas rune, I think that you are carrying other people's things as well. You're not only carrying your own share, you're carrying other people's share as well. Just from one card and the Manas rune. So let's see the others. You have Strength, okay, and the Empress, yeah. There, I see. Okay, the pile number 3. What Spirit is telling you is not going to be easy because you have the Strength card, but you need to drop the dead weight. This is what it's saying, that you need to drop the dead weight, and the dead weight in this case is other people's weight on you. You are carrying too much, definitely, with the 9 of Wands. Amanda's rune is saying that it's about others and how you are relating to others. So it's about other people's weight or burden that you are carrying as well. And you have the strengths. It's all about inner strengths. You need to find the strengths in yourself right now, because I know it's not an easy thing to say no. You are probably fighting with yourself for taking on too much, and you are just keep taking up more and more, and you're not able to say no because you feel that you are more capable than others. But it's actually not true, because sometimes you need to let others take care of themselves and find their own way. They need to learn. Everybody needs to learn how to help themselves. But if you keep helping others and keep burdening yourself, it's just not good for your own health and your own future, right? Because you need to build your own future. And then you have the Empress. The Empress is all about nurturing, self-care, self-love, and this is what you are missing. So, this is all about you letting go of other people's hands, other people's burdens, and other people's weight, because it's all on your shoulders and it's not yours to carry. It's really, really not yours to carry. And I know it's hard, and it's probably hard because you have always been the one taking care of others, and you actually like helping others. You have a big, big, big heart, but they are taking advantage of you, my love. Whoever's burden you are carrying, they are taking advantage of you. They are not as helpless as they show you, okay? Let's see your next cards. Yes, you got the Martyr. I don't think that this needs too much explanation. You don't need to sacrifice yourself and your future to help others. This is what Spirit is really trying to make you understand with this reading. That yes, it's not going to be easy to say no at the first time, maybe not for the second or the third time, but you need to do it for yourself. Because you need to put yourself first once in a while, okay? And this is the time to put yourself first. Saying no does not mean doing anything wrong with anything bad with others. It's just putting yourself first. You are doing this for yourself. And you have the Mystic. This is all about you finding your way back to yourself. Reverse in intimate union with the divine, with yourself. It's about finding the way back to yourself, figuring out who you really are without other people, figuring out what you like to do, what is your goal, and how you can be moving ahead toward your own goal. Okay? This is a big wake-up call from Spirit for you, dear pile number 3. Let's see your next cards. Spirit is really wanting to tell you that you need to care more about yourself with the Empress and the Mystic. I really see it coming through, that you have been neglecting your own needs, and you did it because you were caring for others. And while it's very noble to care for others, you cannot sacrifice your entire life for others, because this is the only life you have, dear pile number 3. This is the only life you have, and you cannot waste away in this life. Okay, so let's see. Yes, you got poison. Well, you are being poisoned. And you got the bell. It's like, really, they are ringing the bell. Your spirit team is really ringing the bell that wake up, wake up, wake up, ring, ring, ring. Dear pile number 3, and you need to hear it. Yeah, definitely the bell is connected with the ear. You finally need to listen to them. They really want you to listen and stop ruining your own life for the gain of others, okay? I know it's hard, but people are not as helpless as they show you to be. They are capable of taking care of themselves, at least most of them. And it's not your responsibility to take care of everybody, okay? It can be work, family, friends, whoever, whatever this is about in your current situation, because of course it's a generic reading. You need to see it for yourself. You need another glasses to see through them and see the situation as it is. You got book. This is about learning about yourself, learning your own needs, learning who you are. Because currently I have this feeling that you don't even know who you are. Probably you don't, because you have always been the helper. But you don't have to be the helper. You are not just a helper for others. You are not sacrificable. You are not less. You are just as important as others, okay? And you have the lighthouse. Once you learn who you really are, you can achieve your goals. Because you will figure out what you really want. And once you figure out what you really want and drop the weight, you will actually get to your goal. You will actually see, and it's going to be so clear for you who you are and what you are, and where you are going and where you want to go. Okay? So, dear pile number 3, please take care of yourself. You are just as important as everybody else. You are not less. This is your main message, to take care of yourself. Okay, I hope you enjoyed your reading. Thank you for watching, and until next time, bye bye.